Happy New Year, Bahamas. Here's what's coming up tonight in our news. The 2019 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade is in the books. We've got a full recap. Meanwhile, the police commissioner says he's looking forward to even lower crime numbers in 2019, and cabinet ministers sound off on their New Year's wishes.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News and thanks for joining us. I'm Jared Higgs. Topping news tonight, the 2019 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade is all wrapped up, and according to all reports, it was virtually free from the woes that troubled the Boxing Day Parade. It was a festive and traditional start to 2019, and Gillian Gray tells us more.
It was a fight to the finish this morning as Junkanoo groups drummed their way along the parade route, rushing for the top spot.
The New Year's Day Parade was a far cry from the Boxing Day Parade, which was plagued with long breaks and inclement weather. The parade had a prompt start with roots as the first A group out the gate. From Judaism to Rastafarianism, Buddhism to Christianity, Roots brought a mosaic of religions to Bay Street, depicting the theme, religion, hope for mankind. Up next, the reigning champs, the one family who brought the world of art, imagine, dream, create. As they approached Rawson Square, the fired up crowd began to shout, "Warriors and two straight." As the sun rose, Genesis Warhawks brought a taste of Latin America with their theme, Hispanio, a foretaste of beauty and splendor of Latin culture.
Oh yeah, one Genesis come, that's it. Everybody waking up now.
While it was well into the morning hours, the Valley Boys fans did not let the sun stop them from enjoying the rhythmic sounds of the group. Those die-hard fans who had been waiting for hours began to shout and cheer as the Valley Boys rushed under the banner, "We give God thanks and total praise."
Only I can say it's a stiff composition so far with Roots. With the rest, I haven't seen anything.
Though they finished fifth on Boxing Day, Saxons fans were not downtrodden, with some saying the Saxons will pull out a win this time around. The Saxons encouraged the crowd to rock to their beat as they rushed under the theme, "Join the party, let's celebrate your festive occasion." As for the B group's fancy dancers depicted the Western frontier, original Congos sought to bring the world of communication. Colors Entertainment depicted festivals of the Bahamas. Redland Soldiers took you down the rabbit hole of Alice in Wonderland, and Conquerors for Christ sought to give the Bahamas experience. Filling the gaps of the parade were performances by local musicians, scrap groups, and even a live painting by celebrity artist Jamal Roll. Fans say they were more impressed with this parade than the last.
Well, this parade is moving a lot better, but the performances are great. I would say it's equal performance. At least I get to see like some of the groups I didn't see for waiting last time, but all in all, I think what I see with the parade is the entertainment. What they have in the center, like to pass the time, has been pretty good with Pencil and Dimitri and Jacozy, and so that helped to, bring a balance with the laps. But all in all, the parade is going pretty well.
The groups take a little bit long, like Genesis takes so long to come out. So many of the other little big groups come out waiting for them and whatnot, but it wasn't half as bad as the Boxing Day.
Ahead of the parade, JCNP officials said ticket sales stood at 60%. Youth Sports and Culture Minister Lanisha Roll said she will continue to work with the JCNP to ensure the parade runs smoothly. And while the New Year's Day parade typically has fewer attendees, she was pleased with the turnout.
But tonight I'm very, very pleased to see the amount of persons that are here sort of compared to last year. I think last year we had some rain as well for New Year's, but the turnout you see is very, very good here in Rosslyn Square and straight along. So we're really, really getting the support. We just need to keep that energy going. We need to continue to be innovative, I believe, and we're going to look at improving in cooperation with the JCNP, whatever regulations, to make sure the parade continues to flow smoothly, that we would get more people to come out and simply support. But I'm very, very pleased with the turnout today.
Now, as for which groups two cabinet ministers were rooting for,
I'm impressed with the sacrifice made by all groups. I am slightly partial to one, but I'm supporting all.
I grew up on East Street, so, but all the groups, I'm looking for all of them to do very, very well. Roots came out first. They were very, very strong. One Family is next. They're the winners of the Boxing Day parade. So it's going to be stiff competition, and I just look for all of them to do well because everybody's pulling for their group, and everyone wants each one to win. So all of them are winners tonight.
Absent from the parade this time around was the Music Makers and Prodigal Sons. Both were disqualified in the Boxing Day parade and confirmed to the JCNP that they will not be participating in the New Year's Day parade. Reporting for our news, I'm Jillian Gray.
Less than a mile away from the site of the 2019 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade, a man was shot while walking with a group. According to police, it was around noon when the man, along with other persons, was walking on Market Street near C.R. Walker School. That's when a man armed with a firearm approached the group and shot the man before running away. Graphic footage of the incident has been circulating on social media. In the video, you can see several people praying over a man who was laying on the ground while appearing to be bleeding heavily. Officers eventually arrived on scene, and the man was transported to hospital, where he is listed in serious condition. Just hours before that shooting, Royal Bahamas Police Force Commissioner Anthony Ferguson spoke to reporters about the organization's 2019 crime strategy. Ferguson says there will be an aggressive, focused approach, and he hopes the force can capitalize on what he called many successful schemes in 2018.
Strategically, we position people, our officers, to be able to determine when and where crime is about to happen. And as you can see, and I will talk to you next week about the successes that the Royal Bahamas Police Force and its partners had over the last year and moving forward into 2019. I can tell you that it will be turned up, it will be more aggressive. 2018
ended with a murder count of 91. That's 31 less than 2017, which closed with 122 murders. Murders have not been under 100 since 2010, and while Ferguson did not want to reveal the details of their success, he said officers will continue to keep criminals running.
I've met with the senior team yesterday, and we have a number of strategies that I think the Bahamian people will like. And we are very serious about making sure that the Bahamian people are safe and people can move around. There's a handful of criminals moving around, and we're going to keep them running. We're going to keep them running, and we're going to catch them. We're going to catch them, and there'll be no letting up on them. I can tell you that, and I can promise them that.
This morning's parade featured minimal criminal activity, according to Ferguson, who says only one incident was reported by the midway mark of the event. He says if the public continues to work with police, the goal of reducing crime will be reached.
The Boxing Day parade was relatively smooth. I think there were two young guys who came earlier tonight who were misbehaving. And we have lots of police officers here, so and they neutralized that in 2 seconds and they took them away. I don't anticipate any more problems out here because then the police are right here. The only thing I would say is to keep watching and partner with the police, and together we will do it.
Defense Force officers are off to a busy start to the year. According to reports, officers stationed at the South Beach pools apprehended several Haitian nationals attempting to make it to shore in waters east of the area around 1 a.m. on New Year's Day. Upon further investigation by Defense Force, police, and immigration officers, a wooden sloop was found in shallow waters about a quarter-mile offshore. So far, 16 Haitian nationals have been taken into custody, and a search of the coastal area has been expanded. It is not known how many suspected migrants were on board that vessel. This incident follows the discovery of 124 Haitian nationals on a sloop 8 miles south of New Providence on Sunday. The 116 adults in that group were taken to court on Monday, where they all pled guilty to a charge of illegal landing. Still to come on our news, more funding promised for junk canoe groups. And cabinet ministers tell us their hopes for 2019, so stay tuned.